Well, I love being the evaluator for Murray because I always look forward to what you're going to talk about and your presentation. I always enjoy it so much. Thank you. The overall project for speech number 2, again, is to be organized. Your speech needs to be organized and rehearsed and needs to be, A, well organized, and your speech clearly was. You had a beginning, a middle, and an end. You were very clear in your language. It was very easy to follow along and to understand what you were saying and to be able to relate to the examples that you gave. And as far as value to the audience, absolutely. I think it's always good to be reminded about how, we interact with the people around us. I loved the opening. I loved the way that you related it back to the character from Chicago. I thought that was very clever of you. And I also liked the way that you used the accent to kind of bring it on and just make us more engaged with it. You always are able to hold our attention. In the body of the speech, you talked about the things that we could all clearly relate to, which were the technology, not sending notes to people, coming in late, not being willing to give compliments. The point about the reality shows was was really great and very relevant to what's going on now in our society. And then your perceptions of how we have become, complacent and not really aware of these kinds of things. So I thought that that was really smart the way you did that. You talked about it and you gave us examples, and I thought it was very smart, very clever. As far as ways in which that you could improve, I think for the timing part of it, that was a little issue. Clearly you had, practiced the overall content of the speech, but the fact that you came up short with time, it didn't give you enough, but you didn't have enough content there to stretch it out. You did try to do a really good save, so it was good to have a backup story. The other thing with your transitions from your opening into your body, into your conclusion, just something that was a little bit more firm that told us where you were taking us next, I thought would really just, made a great punch for the speech. Overall, I think that it was interesting. It gave us something to learn, something to be aware of, something to be mindful of when we're talking with our children. All in all, I thought it was a really, really great speech, and I look forward to hearing more from you. Really?
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Let's say you were on time. I was so busy finishing my Good job, Di.
Good job. By the way, just as a point of interest in a speech contest, if there's a technical difficulty, you're given 30 seconds of extra grace. Officially. Officially you are.
And that was a technical difficulty.
Yeah.
What does that mean, 30 seconds of extra grace?
You could go 30 seconds past the time limit.
If the timer's not working or something.
How would you know if the timer's not working?
Well, the timer would know if the timer's not working. But this time it was a human
somebody
error.
Operator error.
Yeah.
Operator error.
Yeah.
Exactly. Totally forgot.
All right. Next we have Wynn, who's going to evaluate the locker speech.